Namaste. Welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you for joining me for day 8 of Spring Navaratri. And today is going to be a double event. So we're going to begin with a puja and short satsang to Mahagauri, the Shining One. Following that puja, we'll break for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back online and we'll do a puja for the night of the Navadurgas, Mahasiddhatri. So tomorrow is, and I want to say hello to Bryce and to Kim. Thank you so much for joining me. And anybody else who is joining right now, please feel free to say hello using the chat function. So, yes, tomorrow is the Victory Day celebration at Shiva Sai Mandir in Denver, Colorado, 1391 South Pennsylvania Street. Festivities start at 6:30. And for those of you who want to join online, if you take a look on the chat, I've got their email address, Shiva Mandir, SHIVAMANDIR, at gmail.com. Please email them for the Zoom link. And hopefully I'll be seeing you online tomorrow evening. Anyway, let's begin our first puja to Mahagauri, who we have pictured here. So Mahagauri is worshipped on the 8th day of Navaratri, which means extremely white. Could also be the great shining one, refers to her luminous beauty which radiates from her body. Her devotees believe that by paying homage to Mahagauri, all past, present, and future sins will be washed away, imparting a deep sense of inner peace. She wears white clothes and has 4 arms and rides Nandi the bull, one of the most sacred animals in Hinduism. Her right hand is in the pose of banishing fear, and her right lower hand holds a trident. The left upper hand holds a damaru, a small tambourine or drum, while the lower one is thought to grant blessings to her devotees. So her other hand gesture is this one, which is the gesture for granting boons. So let's take a closer look at her picture. By the way, a damaru drum, I'll show you what that looks like. This is a very special one from Nepal, but it's a 2-headed instrument which you shake by turning it, and that's the sort of sound that it makes. So the color white is, of course, the mixture of all the other colors in the spectrum. So it's very much a color of both purity, but also of wholeness. And I mentioned her hand gestures, the damaru drum, the trident. Of course, we've mentioned before, are the functions of Ita Shakti, the power of will, Jnana Shakti, the power of knowledge, and Kriya Shakti, the power of wisdom. It's also the 3 main energy channels of the body, Ida, Pingla, and Shushumna. And in fact, the little ribbon on her trident represents those 2 outer channels, Pingla on the right and Ida on the left. And Nandi the bull, Shiva's mount, so she is definitely the consort of Shiva. And notice this a couple of times with the other pictures. We have the bell on Nandi's collar, and the bell also has significance in terms of clearing a space of negative energies and also punctuating certain parts of our right. So this is Mahagauri, the great shining one, the great bright one. So with that, I invite you to find that comfortable seated position, either on your mat, on a cushion, straight back chair. Roll the shoulders back to open the chest. And I invite you once again to close your eyes and just begin breathing deeply. So opening your breath, preparing for the work that we're about to do. Namaste to Mary as well. Breathing away the distractions, anything keeping us from just focusing on the present moment. And opening our receptivity to the experience of our puja and meditation. And focusing on your heart center. Connecting with that divine presence within yourself. And remembering the intention that you set at the beginning of Navaratri, that thing that you want to increase or grow or to heal with these lengthening of spring days. Remember that short sentence for your intention. And I invite you to again silently repeat it to yourself 3 times with feeling. And slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll open our practice once again by chanting Ma Durga's seed syllable of Doom 3 times. Inhale. Inhale again. One more inhale. Inhale. Exhale, resting your hands on your lap. Slowly opening your eyes and keeping a relaxed gaze on your screen. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvabhistam Gutopiva Yashmade Pandarikaksham Sabhyavyanta Sushi. Om Shuklam Bharadhanam Vishnum Sashivanam Shutobijam Prasnavanam Dayat Sarva Vignopasantaye Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Padam Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamrita. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutita Harani Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jai Ma Kali. Om Sarvamangala Mangaye Shiva Savada Sadake Saranye Triambake Gauri Narayanya Namostute. Jai Mahagauri. Om Devi Mahagauri Nama. Please feel free to join in our mantra. Om Devi Mahagauri Nama. Om Devi Mahagauri Nama. Om Gauri Mahadevi Nama. Om Devi Mahagauri 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 Nama. Jai Mahagauri. So again, make yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Again, breathing deeply. And again, allowing the sounds of our mantra, and the visions of our story to guide your consciousness where it needs to be at this present moment this evening. Om Devi Mahagauri Namah. 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 One of the 10 tantric wisdom goddesses, known as the Dasha Mahavidyas, Chinnamasta, is perhaps the most radical manifestation of the destruction of limited understanding to reveal unconditional reality. This destruction is portrayed as a sacrifice of one's own head, representing complete renunciation of the ego and limited personal identification that keeps us each bound to limited possibilities. Chinnamasta is shown naked, astride a copulating couple, holding her own severed head and drinking the blood that issues from it. Two naked female attendants holding weapons drink 2 more streams of blood flowing from her severed neck, eyes turned upwards ecstatically. This frightening yet compelling image forces us to contemplate the nature of death and desire, the chains that must be broken to attain true understanding of reality. These are the deepest streams that flow beneath the surface of the dark mystery that is Ma Kali. Once, when Shiva was in sexual union with his wife Parvati, at that time of his seminal emission, Parvati became very hot and appeared very fierce. From her reddened roused body emerged 2 naked female powers, named Dakini and Varnini. These 2 Shaktis became Parvati's attendants. One day, Parvati went along with her 2 attendants to the river to bathe. While rubbing the water over her body, her mind drifted to thoughts of Shiva and their erotic play. As her body became more and more aroused, her golden skin began to turn black. Dakini and Varnani, who were waiting by the bank of the river, began to feel hungry and asked Parvati for some food. Just wait a moment. I'm busy thinking about something important, she replied, lost in her erotic daydreams. Dakini and Varnani waited for some time, but soon their hunger got better of them, and they implored Devi again, Ma, please feed us. You are the universal mother. You never deny your children anything. We are starving. Please feed us something. At these words, the great Devi smiled and severed her head with her own fingernails. The head falling gently upon her left hand, immediately 3 glorious streams of ruby red blood began to flow from her neck. The left stream flowed to the mouth of Dakini, the right stream to Varnani's open mouth. The central system flowed to the mouth of the goddess's own severed head. After playing like this for a while, Devi replaced her head on her neck, and all 3 returned home. When Shiva saw his wife so pale, he imagined she had been sexually enjoyed by another man and became infuriated. The portion of fury that arose in his body took the fearful form of Krodha Bhairava, the wrathful one. Thus, through their union, Chinnamasta was born. This strange tale plays with the theme of desire and satisfaction, the hidden power of sexual and bodily fluids, and the latent energies that lie within the human body. The traditional image of Chinnamasta seated naked upon a copulating couple, with the female on top and the male, what is referred to in traditional texts as reverse intercourse, a position favored by Kali in union with Shiva, suggests the conquest of ordinary sexual desire, which simply satiates lust through the loss of precious sexual fluids containing life force, and the alchemical transformation of that desire into a powerful upward moving force. The sexual fluids of the copulating couple are transformed into the blood of the goddess, which gushes out from the back of her own mouth and suggests the esoteric tantric practice of sexual yoga, in which reproductive fluids, blood, and semen are turned upward in the body to feed the inner serpent deity. Kundalini, as she emerges with supreme consciousness in the upper realm of the head, instead of being lost through orgasmic emissions. Such esoteric practices are possible only through absolute surrender of ordinary consciousness, conquest of personal identification, ordinary love relationships, and the desiring ego. The nakedness of the goddess suggests total renunciation of social masks and identities. Her autonomy suggests freedom from all subservience and bondage to social roles. Whether male or female, a tantric yogini becomes liberated from all phenomenal, conditioned realities. This is one meaning of the bizarre imagery of Chinnamasta. The 3 streams of blood are said to represent the nadis, or the streams of life force that flow within the subtle body, known as Ida, Pingla, and Shushumna nadis. When the life force is fully balanced, the flowing, unhindered, through these channels of the yogini's experiences, supreme bliss and realization, this blissful, detached expressions on the faces of the 2 flanking attendants of Chinnamasta express this attainment. Their swords, like that of Kali, signify the final cutting of all illusion, bondage, and attachment. This is the fruit of devotion to Kali, the sword of liberation. the Khadga, Jema, Jema, Jema. Om Aing Klim Chamundaye Viche. 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 Your eyes closed. Continue breathing deeply and resting for a time in a place of stillness and silence. Integrating the imagery of our stories and the forces of our mantras. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. 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 Om Dum Durgaye Namah. Om Dum Durgaye Namah. Om Dum Durgaye Namah. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shiva Svada Sadake Saranye Triambake Devi Naryane Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sana Bhavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vidyavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Om. Jai Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Mahagauri. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma. I invite you now to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Take a moment to thank the Divine Mother for her presence in your life. Acknowledging that each time you take part in one of these pujas, your intention is being magnified. And giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice. Slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So I thank you for joining me for this first of two pujas this evening. And again, take a look at the chat function on your screen. You'll see the email address for Shiva Sai Mandir, where I'll be doing a fire puja to the 10 Mahavidya goddesses for Victory Day tomorrow evening, starting at 6:30. And then also, I'd like to mention I will be doing an additional puja on Friday night at 7 o'clock, live on YouTube. And it will be a special puja to my favorite form of the Divine Mother, Ma Spetukali, also known as Nardevi, the White Kali. Been having visions of her all week, and I discovered, looking online, that they did her dance festival in Kathmandu during this week, and so it felt very right to do a fire puja for her on Friday. So I hope you will join me for that as well. So I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to take about a 10-minute break, get set up for our final Navaratri puja, the puja to the ninth of the Navdurgas, the Ma Siddhidatri. And so I look forward to you joining me then. So see you in a few minutes. Namaste. Thank you so very much. Go ahead and refocus the camera for our next puja before I sign off. Jai Ma.